Welcome back to
I
95th. I'm telling you what, she's going to be my co-host, I think.
Yep.
Last night was the 95th Annual Academy Awards. We're going to do a brief little just recap because when I woke up this morning, I did fall asleep because, you know, it's a really long show.
Yes.
I did stay awake long enough to see Best Supporting Actor win. Here's the thing. I go to Critics' Choice Awards every year. You never know who's going to win. There's buzz. But this is the first year, guys, I'm just really excited. This year, I got my pictures taken with 3 of the 4 top winners of the Academy Awards.
You're their lucky charm.
I think I am.
Yep.
The only person I did not get a photo with is Jamie Lee Curtis. So here, let's take a look. First of all, Best Actress last night, Michelle Yeoh, Everything Everywhere All at Once. I was sitting at their table. That's one of the producers right here. She won Best Actress. Did I help her win? I don't know. I'm not saying that, guys. But maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know. Michelle Yeoh, congrats, Best Actress. One of the nicest people I've ever talked to. You would never know she's a celebrity, never know she was a star. We were talking just like you and I were talking at dinner and having a great conversation.
It's a job for her, right?
Yes, and she was lovely. Okay, Best Actor, Brendan Fraser for The Whale. I actually got down on one knee between he and his wife or girlfriend, I don't know. We had the best conversation, and the thing that really impressed me about him is later on that night, on a different level of the hotel, we're walking in different ways, and Brendan Fraser looked at me as we're passing and goes, "Hey, it was great to meet you tonight." He didn't have to say that to me.
No, he didn't.
And I'm like, he met a ton of people that night.
Yeah.
But to me, that makes somebody like me, who's a nobody here in Missouri, feel very special.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yes. And then the highlight of the night, too, his speech was amazing. You might remember him from The Goonies, Indiana Jones, and the Temple of Doom.
Jones.
Yes. Ke Huy Quan won for Best Supporting Actor. You could just tell everywhere he walked that night at Critics' Choice, he was just happy to be there.
Yeah.
He was reuniting with Brendan. I didn't realize this. Brendan Fraser, who won Best Actor, and he were in the same movie together. Do you remember which movie that was?
Nope.
In the 90s, Encino Man.
Okay, I remember that movie. Yep.
And so they were talking. He was talking to Steven Spielberg. He was just so happy to be there, and that made my night seeing how happy he was.
Yeah.
Because he felt like just one of us, you know. So congrats to all the winners. Everything Everywhere All at Once won Best Picture. Just a great night for that film. So there you go. I was so excited. I'm like, wow, I met 3 of the 4.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So there you go. We also, okay, Miss Tin, I want to ask you guys to think about something.
Okay.
We posted on our social media, in honor of the Oscars, what is your favorite movie of all time and why? Okay, so be thinking of that. I'm going to ask you here in a minute. So be thinking your favorite movie.
Got it.
We got a lot of great responses here on our social media, so let's take a look at some of our answers. We're going to start at the top. Amy Acker said, Secondhand Lions is my all-time favorite. Oh, I think that has Haley Joel Osment, too, when he was a teenager, or almost a teenager. Look at that. A lot of people like that, Secondhand Lions, which is great. And 6 replies. A lot of people were replying about that, too. Good job.
I'll have to put that on the list.
I've never seen it either. Yeah. Let's see. Christy Du Zemus said, The Sound of Music, a strong family, love, determination, and survival. Plus, I love the musicals. The King and I would be a close follow-up. The Gowns, The Love, Determined All by. She likes a good, strong woman movie, which I respect. That's amazing.
Absolutely.
But again, I've never seen Sound of Music either. Sorry. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. No calls, please. Linda Carpenter. Linda said, Somewhere in Time, it has beautiful music, plus I was able to see where it was filmed at the Grand Hotel in Michigan. Ah.
That's cool.
That's fun to go to movie places where they shoot movies.
Yep.
I love that. Chris Luzader, our critic, she always does that when we go to LA. She'll go scope out places where movies were shot and do little segments there.
Get a different perspective.
Yes. Debbie Meadows said, Forrest Gump. It has everything, comedy, drama, history, great music, and Tom Hanks became his character. It was the only time I actually forgot I was watching an actor play someone. I've seen it too many times to count. Debbie, what a great response. I haven't seen Forrest Gump in forever, though.
It's a good one.
Yeah. Have you seen that, Tinley, or are you too young?
I have no clue.
See, no clue. Okay. We'll get back to Tinley's.
Have I?
Probably it's been on. You just weren't aware of what it was, probably.
Wasn't paying attention.
Yep.
Nancy Solers Bright said, I've always liked the old movie, The Uninvited, and then, of course, Still Magnolias. Love these quotes. Nancy, guess what? Still Magnolias was on TV this weekend. So I had it on because, you know, Shelby, drink your juice.
Yeah.
Shelby.
You see a lot of those on there, like FX or somewhere. Yep.
That's a good one. I love Still Magnolias and Fried Green Tomatoes. That was also on.
That's a
I
good
don't know
one.
why.
Yep.
Madeline Himes Brunson said Jurassic Park, all 6 of them. What? All 6?
Wow.
I love Sam Neill, Jeff Goldblum, Laura Dern, Chris Pratt, and Bryce Dallas Howard. I love to see all the different dinosaurs, and I have watched it since I was 2 years old.
Wow.
Wow.
Fan right there.
Never seen those movies either.
Oh, they're good movies. That's one movie we go to at the theater when it comes out. Is when the new Jurassic Parks come out. We
Really?
make that a
How fun. A family tradition.
A family tradition. Yeah.
That's awesome. Kira. Oh, Kira, this is you. Our camera up, Kira. I'm going to read this in your voice, Kira. Okay, you ready? I actually I don't know. Hey, the Lord of the Rings trilogy is my favorite. Is that Kira?
That's very
Is that
similar.
Kira? Because it's a beautiful fantasy story that is about true friendship, love, and good triumphing over evil. It's a story that most modern fantasies draw from. Kira, is that good? It's actually terrible. She doesn't talk like that at all.
Okay.
I don't know why I went to that voice, Kira. It's very posh, yes. She's very posh. Yes, this is Kira. No, I'm just kidding, Kira. No, I do. Lord of the Rings. Funny story, Kira, though. My friend Diane drugged me to Lord of the Rings, the first one. After the first one, we walked out and go, that is the last time I see a Lord of the Rings
Really?
movie. That's how I felt about it. But I know you love it. I know Kira loves it.
Yeah, I remember sitting down and watching all those in a row
Really?
at one point. in
How?
time. I think Tyler was like 2 or 3 probably. It's been a while.
I can't. Oh, I barely sat through the first one. Just my opinion, guys. Don't no hate mail, please. Jackie Wexler said Shawshank Redemption, The Green Mile, and The Notebook. By the way, Shawshank Redemption,
Great movie.
amazing.
And so is The Green Mile. Similar setting.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you know, I wish I could go back in time. I want to go back in time and watch The Green Mile. I mean, not The Green Mile, Shawshank. Because once you know what happens, you can't ever get that
Can't
back.
unsee
I
it.
loved that surprise ending.
Yes, yeah.
I didn't know.
It's a great movie.
It's so good. Okay, then Lance and Caroline Williams said Secondhand Lines. Another
one.
one.
Yep.
Maybe you need to watch it with your family.
Possibly. We're going to put that.
I heard it's a family movie.
We'll add that to
it
the
is.
list real quick.
Kathleen M. West said, Gone with the Wind. I've watched it over a dozen times. Why? I like the scenery and the way it plays out. Very quotable movie. Again, I've never seen that. I've seen parts of it,
Yeah.
but never all the way through. I've heard it's a very long movie also.
Not into musicals, really. So.
No, Gone with the Wind's not a musical.
Oh, I'm sorry. I always seen it as one, it seems like.
Travis
a lot
like,
of singing.
that's a musical and I cannot stand that. I'm like,
It
well.
seems like one for me.
There you go. Terry J. Wyatt said Cool Hand Luke and The Big Chill. Now, I think one of those
Older
has
movies.
Clint Eastwood, right?
Uh-huh.
There we
Cool
go.
Hand Luke.
Cheryl Into the Ozarks. By the way, if that's your last name, you live in the perfect area for that because that's amazing.
Absolutely.
The Wizard of Oz, and I've seen it so many times I've lost count. Cheryl, I'll be honest with you, I've seen The Wizard of Oz more times than I can count, and I actually have a huge collection of memorabilia of The Wizard of Oz in boxes in my attic. I used to collect everything Wizard
Big
of Oz.
fan, yeah.
Yeah, big fan. Okay, we only have 30 seconds left, so now, Tinley, come right over here.
Okay.
What is your favorite movie of all time? Go.
It might have to be, I just had it. Oh my gosh.
Do you want me to come back to you?
Yeah.
Trav, what's your favorite?
Mine is What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
Oh.
You heard of it?
Yeah, I definitely have. Yeah.
It's just great. I like it because it shows the depth of what actors can actually do.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
From all of them.
Yes.
Yeah, so a great movie. I could watch it over and over and over.
Do you still have yours
I
yet?
just had the name.
But who's in it? Can we guess it? What happens in the movie?
I think it's, I want to say Wizard of Oz, but like,
Is it like that kind of fantasy?
yeah. It's
Wizard
like,
of Oz Part 2. Wizard of Oz.
No.
Willy
Okay.
Wonka and the
We
Chocolate
like
Factory.
we just watched it.
Oh, you
But
just...
yeah, that's like my top
Here,
5.
what if we think about it during the commercial and we come
Okay.
back, you can reveal
Yes.
it. We're going to
I
Google
will.
this, okay?
We want it right.
Okay.
Yeah,
We got to get it right for Tinley. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back because I want to know what your favorite movie is.
Yes.
Now you're
Got to
thinking.